Atomic Mosquito Unsigned Radio Show.
SW1 Radio is London's most exciting community radio station. Find out more by visiting www.sw1radio.co.uk.
Hello people, Atomic Mosquito people, we've got Mr. Dave Press in the house. How you doing, Dave?
I'm alright, Carlo.
Oh, I can hear you playing your guitar there.
You want it now?
Oh, man.
Mom in the kitchen cooking up a pie, get a job, son, you know you ought to try. Daddy's on the front porch with another one, put down the guitar, someone do you no good. Out in the rain, yes it rains. Sometimes I don't even know my name. It rains and it rains and it rains. I'm looking for the sunshine anyway. Down to the basement, mix it up in the medicine. Now I'm on the paper, ain't think about the government. I've been chemo when I did some crying. Don't tell me that child you ain't no middle life. And it rains hard, yes it rains. Ow! Sometimes I even know my name. It rains and it rains and it rains. I'm looking for the sunshine anyway.
Fantastic. Listeners out there of the Atomic Mosquito Unsigned show every Thursday between 6 and 8 p.m. today. Once again, we have Mr. Dave Press. How are you doing, Dave?
I'm very well, Carlo.
And your guitar is very well too.
My guitar's in fine shape. It's all good. I do love it. I changed the strings if this helps.
Oh, fantastic. And I can see you've got a very special guest today. No, how you doing?
Very well, nice to be here.
You're very, very welcome. All friends of Dave's friends are my friends, so you're very welcome. I know you guys have to share a mic, so it's more, it's cozy, it's sexy. You guys have to get closer.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
something
like
might start develop from there. Anyway, well, for the listeners out there, I hope you remember a couple of weeks ago, actually, a bit more, what was that?
It's been a little bit, almost 3 or 4 weeks ago.
3 or 4 weeks ago.
About 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yes, we had Dave Press in the house, and he really played some amazing music live on the show, unplugged as well from his many CDs. He's got so many albums out there.
Yes, definitely.
And lately you've been gigging quite a lot. I know you've been in Covent Garden.
Yeah.
I know you are posh. You live outside London.
Yeah.
In a place called East Grinstead, if I'm right.
That's right, yeah.
Yes, it's very posh, very expensive. I can't afford to live there. I just live in Hammersmith. What can you do?
Yeah, I've got a studio apartment there.
But anyway, hey, it's really great for having you here again. And I know that you'd like to share us some story, anecdotes. In fact, indeed, with our friend Noel on the show. Would you like to help me introduce your guest?
Well, if I'd say something about Noel's a very good friend of mine. He taught me, he trained me as a drugs education lecturer.
All right.
And he took me out on a sort of apprenticeship around the schools and stuff. And I did a lecture, and Noel did a lecture, and then he would like watch, and then eventually after all, he said, "Very good, Dave. That's a pass." So I got
my
pass from him, if you will.
That's really great for the people that haven't had a chance and missed our podcast last time or the live show last time with Dave Press. I really recommend you to go on myspace.com/Carlo Atomic Mosquito with my best accent, Carlo Atomic Mosquito, and copy the link and paste it into a new browsers to download the Dave Press podcast, where you can gather lots more information about his music as well as what he's doing, which is something fantastic for the community. But for the people that want to know what that is about right now, can you in a nutshell tell us what is it that you do with your music? We know that, but with the Narconon and everything, and so that we can then hear.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, Noel explained it better than me. In a nutshell, it's drug education, so that kids know the truth about drugs.
Right.
And then it's rehabilitation. There's a system whereby you can rehabilitate a person, even if you can't speak correctly.
Yeah.
But I mean, Noel will tell you more in depth about it.
Okay, fantastic. Please, Noel, the mic is all yours.
Hi, yeah. Thanks for that fandango intro. I've sort of worked in Narconon for about 30 years.
30 years?
Yeah.
All
So
right.
it's quite a long time. And
Yes.
I'd sort of been a child of the 60s and then working in the music industry for quite a long time. I sort of saw the ravages that drugs can reap, on various people, whether they be artists or the normal public.
Right.
And
tell us a bit more about you've been working in the record industry. Did I get that right? You said yes.
Yeah, I was with Warner's. I was with WEA. It was
Warner Bros.
Yeah, Warner
right.
was WEA, which is Warner Electric Atlantic, and well, they still are. They still have that. But it was really at the that period in the mid to sort of late 70s was really the zenith. They had a fantastic catalogue. They had the Eagles. They had Jackson Brown, Joni Mitchell. All
God! Tell us a bit more.
Everybody.
Listeners out there, you're going to be
Led
spoiled.
Zeppelin. It was
Led Zeppelin.
And of course, the Doors at that point was, even though Jim Morrison was gone, was still selling a lot of
Stuff.
and Fleetwood Mac Rumours was that time.
Wow, Fleetwood Mac as well.
Yeah.
Well, so you were right in the middle of all that.
Yeah, it was an exciting time, and
Best job in
even
the
today
world.
that back catalogue is still. I mean, I would recommend anybody to get some of that back catalogue because it's fantastic.
It is fantastic. Oh, well, that's what most music that you hear nowadays comes from, and have learned an awful lot, and actually have also copied an awful lot from all these artists that you're talking about right
That's
now.
right. Yeah,
The
it was
real
an influential era.
Yes,
Although
indeed.
possibly the late 60s might have been even more influential.
Yes,
it was
of course.
certainly the one. It was before the new wave thing.
All right. By the way, for the people, listeners out there that are listening a little bit to dance music, yes, we have a party going on just right outside this. There's a party going on, and later on, just when we finish here, we're gonna go and party the whole night away. So if you hear some of our girls screaming and shouting, they're just having fun. They're getting warm for us. But anyway,
It saves fans outside.
all the fans. But anyway, you were saying, sorry to interrupt you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, and obviously even in that era there was casualties amongst some of our stable, from drugs, and so I found out about Narconon, which was formed by a guy called William Benitez in the States, in Arizona, funny enough, in Arizona State Prison, and I wanted to kind of help the kids, and so I trained up from the guy that started the drug education, a guy called John Duff, and trained up with him, and then at that point in time in the UK, you couldn't go into many schools because they felt it was a stigma. It was like they were saying they had a drug problem if you did drug education. Of course, that's all changed now. Every school has it now.
Yes.
So it was sort of a long haul, but it's taken me all over the world. I've been at the UN. I've met Nelson Mandela and done drug education with him. I've done 38 in Ireland, UNESCO
Amazing.
conferences,
Wow,
House
that's
of Parliament.
amazing.
It's been a long road.
Well, that is, tell us a little bit when you said you met Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, that was in Durban. Funny
Oh,
enough, you were
in
talking
Durban, you were
about
talking
Durban
about
before
Durban.
we went on there, and I met
Yes.
him there, and he was one of the most impressive people I must say I've ever met in my life. And
Wow.
very caring, and just did a presentation to him on the materials. He took all the materials and said he was going to see about implementing it and that sort of thing. So, yeah, that was a real thrill, particularly as there was a whole throng around him trying to get to him. That's kind of,
Fantastic. So you were there,
Yeah.
and you were there doing something really, really meaningful. So you were not there. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think for anybody, if you're helping people, that's the best thing you can do in life. And
Yeah, well, yes. There's a very good friend of mine there who happened to be lucky enough, clever enough, as well as lucky enough, to retire at 39 years old. He's 56 now, but when he was 39, he retired. He made it 3 times over. He had 3 businesses. He made lots of money, millions, whatever. And one day we were talking, and he was outside London. And he said to me, "Carlo, do you think I made all this money for myself? What are you talking about? What am I going to do with all this?" And then we carried on talking, and he said that the rag in front of my house is worn. I have to change it every 6 months. And I said, "Why?" He said, "Because I help quite a few people, and they keep on knocking on the door, and I keep on opening." So there you go. This is exactly what we're talking about.
Story.
Yes, this guy actually, when he answered the way he did, I never heard something like that before. Because he said, "Do you think I have all this for me?" And he's quite a very simple man. He drives a normal car. He lives in a fairly big house, but he could live in a much bigger mansion, whatever. He doesn't do any of that. He just lives a normal house, a normal life. And what he said to me is the trail. I have a white sheet of paper every morning when I wake up, and I put on it my day, whatever I like to do. And he ends up working from 5:30 in the morning until like 1 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because he can. And he feels like, you know how it is. When you don't have to,